Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to my channel, Lovely Moments Creating. If you are new here, welcome. Come on in and join the family. All you have to do is hit the subscribe button and remember the notification bell so you can be reminded every time I upload a video. My name is Jenny, and on this channel I create lovely DIYs using mostly items that I find at the Dollar Tree. I try to keep my DIYs budget friendly but easy to do. I hope everyone is well, and I hope everyone is staying safe. In today's video, I am sharing with you 3 Christmas DIYs in collaboration with my sweet friend Barbara over at Country Lily DIY Decor. I am so excited that Barbara joined me on this collaboration. We're creating today 3 Christmas DIYs, and one of them will be a sign. I cannot wait to see what Barbara came up with. She is so talented. I absolutely love her channel. After you watch my video, please head over to her channel and see what she came up with, and make sure you tell her Jenny said hi. And if you want to see what I came up with, keep watching. Hello again, my friends, and thank you so much for watching another one of my videos. I'm going to get started on the first DIY for today. I will be using some of these tumbling blocks. I have this cute little red truck sign, but I'm only going to use the bottom part, the Merry Christmas. I have a pack of these wooden planks here, and I also have this holiday pick with these acorns and berries. I'll be using some of this frosted greenery, and I have these very pretty white poinsettias. I originally was going to use this white ribbon here, but I swapped it out, and instead I'm going to go with this ribbon. All of these items did come from the Dollar Tree. I have some white chalk paint and some antique wax color. The first thing I'm going to do is assemble my tumbling blocks. I'm going to glue them together with my hot glue, and I'm going to do 2 rows of 9 and 2 rows of 4. So I'm just going to assemble these together, making sure that I have the right count, and then I'll start gluing them together with my hot glue. And so now I'm just going to start gluing everything together, and I'm going to make sure that these are straight. So as I attach one, I'm just going to try to line it up to make sure that everything is straight as I can get it. And I'm just going to continue this step until I have all sets glued together. And now that everything is glued together, I'm now going to glue my sets together using some hot glue. And I'm going to attach the longer sets right to the side of my 4 counts. And I'm going to do that on each side, gluing it in the inside. And then after I get that attached, I'm going to go and do the same thing on the other side, gluing the longer pieces in the inside. And I'm just making sure that everything is tight. And now I am complete. Here is my frame. And now what I'm going to do is start gluing down my wood planks. And I'm just going to add hot glue along the side. And I'm not going to glue it all the way to the edge. I'm just going to go leaving a little bit of the frame showing so I can get all 6 of my wood planks on there. Now 6 planks come in a pack, and I did use a whole pack. And as far as the tumbling blocks, 30 come in a pack, and I used all of them except for 4. So this is very budget friendly. Please remember to head over to my dear friend Barbara's channel after you watch my video and see what she comes up with. I will have that channel linked in my description box below. She is so talented. You're going to love her channel. I'm just going around adding some extra glue. And then what I'm going to do is take these popsicle sticks. I did get these from the Dollar Tree as well. And I'm just adding glue, and I'm going to attach them right in the middle of 2 of the planks that I glued together. And I'm just doing this for extra security. And after I finish with this color, I am going to go in with that antique wax color, and I am going to distress this sign. And so I want the frame of this sign to be darker. I will be distressing this whole sign. So I'm just going to be wiping and distressing until I get to the desired look. I'm looking for this old rustic, weathered, old wood look. So I just do know I want the frame to be darker. So what I'm doing is just going over this first, and then I am going to use some paper towel, and I'm going to wipe some of this off and just continue distressing it until I get to the desired look. And so now I'm going around the inside trying to achieve the look that I'm going for. And I am going to distress this a little bit again after I add my decor to this sign in some spots, because what I want to do is I want to see how my colors look together when I add my decor, and that'll let me determine if I want to add more of this color to it or not. And so now I'm going to start adding my decor. I'm just pulling all of my floral pieces off of the bunch. And so what I'm going to do first is just tie a bow with this ribbon. I'm not trying to create a pretty bow because I will be covering that up. And so now I'm just going to glue this bow right in the center of this sign. I will cut the ribbon down. I just want to get all of the decor added to it first, and then I'll clip it down later. And so now first I'm going to add my Christmas tree greenery first. And I'm going to add one piece on one side and the other piece to the other side. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my frosted greenery, and I'm just gluing these down with my hot glue. I'm going to add one on top of the other greenery, but this one I'm just going to go so I can make it a little longer. And I'm going to do the same thing on both sides, just alternating sides with the greenery. And so now what I'm going to do is start adding the greenery all around until I get to the other side. So what I'm doing is I'm just taking my hot glue and I'm adding a piece of greenery, and then what I'm going to do is just keep going until they meet. And so I'm getting my greeneries. I'm just going to add another one here, and I'm going to keep going all the way around until it meets the other side. And now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go in with my white poinsettias, and I have 4 off of that bunch, and I'm just going to attach all 4 of those. And now what I'm going to do is just add in my berries, and I'm going to add those in between 2 of the poinsettias. And now what I'm going to do is take my pine cones, and I'm going to add 1 to each side of my greenery. And I really do like how this sign turned out, and so I'm going to get started on the next DIY. What I'll be using for this DIY, all these items did come from the Dollar Tree. I have one of those wood trays. I have a pack of these plastic baseballs, and I did get these out of the toy section. I'll be using some of these mini pine cones as a filler. I have this holiday pine cone pick. I will be using some jute cord, and I have a pair of these snuggly fluffy socks, and I'll be using just one of these for this DIY. I thought this would be great because it was a beautiful color with a little sparkly in it. And I do have another pair of snuggly socks, and I'll be using both of those. And I will be using some of my antique wax chalk paint. And so what I'm going to do first, as you can see, I'm painting my little wooden tray. After I finish painting this, I am going to take some paper towel. I'm not going to distress this. I'm just going to wipe it down so I can get some of that natural wood look. And so now here's the fun part. Get to use my little snuggly socks. And so I'm just going to insert the little plastic baseballs inside of the socks, and I'm just going to pour them as tight as I can to make sure they're nice and snug. I thought these would be very pretty to bring texture to my Christmas bulbs, so I was excited to be able to use these. And so I'm just going to add them all in there. And so now what I'm going to do is take a piece of this jute cord, and I'm going to tie it around the sock because I want to make sure that this is really tight. So I'm just going to wrap it a few times, and then I'm going to tie it in a knot and pull it really tight. And now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to clip off the extra sock from the top. I'm going to save that for a later DIY. And now I'm going to take some more jute cord, and I'm going to tack it down with some glue. And I am just going to wrap it around the remaining sock that I clipped off. And I'm just going to go around until I feel like it's enough jute cord and that it's covered. And then what I'm going to do is just add some glue, tack that down, and I'm going to clip off all of the excess jute cord. And after I clip that off, I am going to go in and trim off the extra sock from the top if I can get this cord to stop attaching to me. So what I'm doing now is just going around and trimming that sock from the top just to make sure it looks neat. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to complete that same step for the next two. I'm going to do the exact same thing. I'm going to tie the jute cord around to make sure it's really tight. And then I'm going to do the same thing after I get that nice and tight. I'm going to take the extra jute cord and just wrap it around, adding some hot glue, and I'm going to continue that step until I feel that it's enough. And then I'll add some more glue to tack it down, and then I'll clip it off. And then I'm just taking my scissors to clip off all of the excess cord. And then I'm going to do the same thing. Once I get the cord clipped off, I'm going to go around and trim it, trimming off the extra fuzz of the socks just to make sure that everything is neat. And so what I'm going to do is now I'm just going to finish off and repeat that step and do the last one. And now that those are done, I'm going to clip off these little pieces. I'm going to clip 3 pieces of this Christmas greenery, and then I'm going to clip off these berries because I'm going to use these to decorate my little bulbs. And what I'm going to do is just take some hot glue and I'm going to attach some of the greenery right there. And then I'm going to take a piece of the berry and attach it right next to it. And I'm going to do the same thing for the next one. I'm going to glue down a little bit of the greenery, and then I'm going to attach the berries right next to it. And for this red one, I'm going to use one of these little small pine cones instead of the berries. So I'm going to add some glue, add a little bit greenery, and then I'm going to attach my little mini pine cone right next to it. And then now all 3 of my little bulbs are complete. They're so cute. And now what I'm going to do is add in the rest of these mini pine cones as a filler. And then I'm going to arrange my little bulbs and the 2 frosted pine cones in this tray. And so I'm going to add in these pine cones and then this little greenery that was left. And now I'm just going to arrange my bulbs. They have so much texture to them. I think these came out really cute. And once I get these arranged in here, this DIY will be complete. This was so simple, very budget friendly, but I really like how this turned out. So adorable. And I am going to get started on my 3rd and final DIY for today. I'll be using one of these tall Dollar Tree vases. I have this cute little cottontail holiday pick and the other sock to that pair. This DIY is so simple. I also will be using some jute cord. So what I'm going to do is just insert my vase all the way inside of the little Snuggety sock, and I'm going to push it down, and I'm going to pull it because I want to make sure that it is really fitting in there. And then I'm just going to push the extra sock in the inside. I'm going to take the holiday pick and sit it right on top, but I am going to take some hot glue because I want the pick to be attached to the sock so it won't pull out or fall off. And I am going to take some leaves and I'm going to bend it over a little bit. And what I'm going to do is just take one piece of jute cord. I'm going to clip it off, and I am just going to tie this one piece of jute cord around this vase and just tie one little simple bow. And I'm just tying a little simple bow. I'm just straightening it out here. This DIY was so simple, very budget friendly. I'm happy that all of the items that I used today, I did get out of the Dollar Tree. So everything was easy and budget friendly. And so I am finished with these DIYs, and here's a look at how all 3 of them came out today. And I really loved the look of the snuggly socks. It gave these bulbs so much texture. I love the color, and if you can see, they have like these little sparkly pieces inside. That's why I really wanted to use them, and the sign came out nice as well. I do like how the distressed look came out, paired with these beautiful poinsettias and these other decor items. I think it is so simple, but it is so pretty, and I think it's going to blend in perfect with some other Christmas decor that I have. And I didn't distress the tray. I just wanted to give it that natural wood look. And I can't forget my little vase over here. I think this is simple, but it's pretty. I have so much texture, and I like how they all turned out. Thank you so much for watching another one of my videos. If you like this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already done so, please subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you here. Don't forget to head over to Barbara's channel to see what she came up with. Her channel will be linked in my description box below. And until next time, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video.